If you guys are looking for a cheap and reliable way to gain your FIFA 23 Ultimate Team coins this Christmas, then please look no further than FIFAcoin.com. They have got flash sales of up to 30% discount this Christmas, so get yourself over to FIFAcoin.com and also use my code Martain for an extra 5%. Hi guys, Martain88 here and welcome back to another FIFA 23 video, and Happy New Year to everybody that is watching this video and subscribed to the channel. So guys, today we are having a look at some 4-5-1 tactics, all right? It's a little bit for me like the 4-3-3 tactics that I uploaded maybe about a month ago. Maybe not the most traditional tactics, but they're tactics that you guys enjoy, and history suggests that as well when I've looked back through videos and views and stuff like that. So I thought that I would give it a few games, the 4-5-1, and upload the tactics for you and tell you how it works. So without further ado, let's get straight into it. So on screen, this is how it lines up in game. This is not how it lines up for chemistry, which I know a lot of you get a little bit confused about at times. Okay, so let's go straight over to the tactics themselves. So before we do that, guys, I do want to obviously remind you that I do offer offline and online coaching. So that means for squad battles offline, and obviously online is rivals and foot champs. So if you are somebody that's struggling or just got the game for Christmas and you want to brush up on some things or get some tips and tricks, then please get in touch with me, martainfifa88@gmail.com, and we can discuss that for you. So right, the 4-5-1 is a viable formation, okay? It is, okay? It's not the most traditional, but it is viable. And it's quite unpredictable, which is something that will definitely catch your opponent by surprise. I actually think that it could be a potential good second formation for some of you. And actually, I think some of you will be able to pull it off as your number one formation. And I'll give you a few tips as to how to use it, because more often than not, when you're using a set of tactics, it's just that you're not playing to the formation strengths. Nothing to do with the tactics, okay? So listen up. Right, so defensive style is always going to be balanced. It just is. That's how it is this year. I'm never going to change it to pressure on heavy touch or press after possession loss, apart from the 4-2-4 tactics that we have that's chasing a game, okay? Because we should be able to put enough pressure on ourselves. Right, defensive width is 40 here. That is as narrow as I've ever had it. And the reason is because the 4-5-1 is actually really quite open if you use it the wrong way. So defensively, I want to be a little bit more compact than we would be normally, okay, to try and counteract that. Defensive depth still 50, build up play balanced, right? Because this formation, like I said, has huge variations for you. You've got your centre mid and your two cams in the middle of the pitch, so you can play tiki-taka. You can go out wide and use crosses because you've got a left mid and a right mid. You can go long to your central striker. You can play possession because you've actually got quite a few numbers in the middle of the pitch as well. You can adapt it however you want to do. So build up play balance, and hopefully that variation is something that's going to create confusion for your opponent. Chance creation, always direct passing for me. It is the best. It's the best tactic on chance creation, and it means that your players will make the best runs that they can for you. And we are going to want players to make a lot of runs in this formation, as we'll get onto in a minute. Offensive width, I don't normally touch this, and I always tell you not to. But I think this is so wide, I've just brought them in a touch, just a little bit, just to include them into the game, just a fraction more, the wingers. Players in the box 6, corners, free kicks are on 2. Right, player instructions. 2 centre backs stay back while attacking, of course. Now, the full-backs. Right, this is quite a unique scenario that we have here. There's not many formations where you have full-backs and the wingers. Of course, you're going to say to me 4-4-2. Outside of that, there isn't that many. There really isn't. So, we do have James and Robertson on stay back while attacking. However, we want them to carry the ball for us. Carry the ball. Trigger the runs for Dembele and Sterling. If you don't know how to do that, it's LB or L1 on PlayStation, because there are spare men. Your fullbacks are always your spare man, more often than not. Use them, and use them to take the ball up the pitch, because that will give your opponent even more to think about, okay? Rather than just getting it and giving it, makes it a bit easier for your opponent. Right, so that's the back four. Up into the central midfielder position, okay, which is the most vital role in the team. Now, this is the only downside of this formation for me, is that if you are somebody that pulls players out of position, you are going to be so exposed in the middle of the pitch. Look at that screen right now and imagine Seedorf just in a different position because you've dragged him away. There is a huge hole just for people to exploit. So it is vital that we have him on stay back while attacking and cover centre, that is just that rock in the middle of the pitch. Yeah, I'm thinking like a Yaya Toure, this type of thing, a Hullet, a Vieira, all those type of players. I've got Seedorf, who does a cracking job in the centre of the pitch, to be fair, but that ilk of player is what you're after, okay? So that's a biggie, that's a biggie. I'm going to go over to the wingers, okay? Now, I've got Ousmane Dembele and Raheem Sterling here on the wings, as you can see, right? Now, I've got them on basic defensive support because when we lose the ball, we want them to get involved and we want them to help us defend, okay? We've also got them on get into the box for crosses. Couple get into the box for crosses with the direct passing chance creation tactic that we've got switched on, means that they're going to be bombing forward for us and making good runs, okay? I'm going to flick back to them in a second, okay? Because you might think that you'd prefer to have attacking players as the two cams, which it's good to have them there. However, what I'm looking for here is Sterling and Dembele to create like an overload situation at times and get round the back of the defence for cutbacks and stuff like that, which they will do, okay? And these two guys, Buchanan and McAllister, I'm actually looking for a bit more of all-rounders, okay, which they definitely are. And also where we have basic defensive support, they will end up defending as like central midfielders, which is why for me, you wouldn't want to have like Sterling, Dembele in that position. I want Buchanan and McAllister. They're a little bit more all-rounders, and Dembele and Sterling are going to provide that pace, although Buchanan is very, very fast as well. If you're wondering about the team, guys, I'm stashing coins for Team of the Year. So it's an untradeable team. Then up front, you don't want to mess around with this one. You just want to leave them exactly as they are. You're a target man. You play off of them, get the ball into them. They can lay it off to Buchanan, lay it off to McAllister, Sterling, Dembele, whoever, but keep them in the middle of the pitch. So, guys, there we go. 4-5-1 tactics. Very fun. Lots of variation. Give it a go. Get in the comments. Let me know what you think. But, guys, that is going to be it for today. So, please drop a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And I'll see you guys very, very soon. See you later, guys. Bye-bye.